So I just walked into the Miramar Culture Center for the first time, and I walked into this beautiful space, and it just makes the excitement of what's going to happen February 6th even greater. I mean, there must be 600 seats here. It's got this huge curtain, and it's got a balcony. I'll probably be sitting on the balcony in the back over there, watching everyone as they watch the film, and I'm just excited that we'll get to show the film here and a new audience that we have not shown in the Miramar before, and get to interact with them. And this is a huge screen, and I think it's going to be a great experience. Everyone should come out. My movie is called David. It's a story of an 11-year-old Muslim boy who develops a friendship with an Orthodox Jewish boy who mistakes him for being Jewish. The film's showing on February 6th at 7:30 p.m. I think everyone should come. It's going to be a great experience. I'm going to be here, and you'll get to see the film, but you get to hear the amazing story behind the making of the film. Please come. It's a story that takes place in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. We use a lot of non-actors in the film. Both the main kids, both 11-year-olds, the Jewish and the Muslim, were both kids that I found in the different neighborhoods that were not actors, and actually had never met a Muslim or Jew prior to making of the film. This was a film that I wrote about 3 years ago, and as an artist, a lot of things that I look at are healing things within myself. So I had this experience. I was in the subway. I was living in New York City post 9/11, and I saw a Muslim man wearing a robe and had a bag on, and I had this thought that he was a terrorist. And that thought really started to bother me, and I started to think, well, why am I thinking this? I see myself as this very liberal, hippie Jewish person, and I'm thinking, well, why am I thinking that these thoughts that that I should be thinking? So anyway, so a couple days passed. It really sat with me. I called my friend Patrick, who's an anthropologist, and he says, look, if you want to know more about a culture, you got to go be with this culture. So I looked up online. I said, well, where are there Muslims in Brooklyn? And I found this area in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, went down there and started to volunteer at the Arab American Association, where I helped teach English and run a youth group over the summer. In that process of doing that, start to learn more about this culture that's so prevalent in our society beyond the slivers of news that we see, and start to write this film. One of the best parts about making a film is being able to show it to people and be able to be there after the film and do a Q&A and really interact with the audience. And I want to hear all the questions that people have. I want to interact. I want to share the process of filmmaking that the audience usually doesn't get to see, but now we get to kind of bend that other fourth wall and really share what went into making this film, and for me, how people react to it. When I decided to make the film, I think there was a question I was really looking at for myself. The question was this question about identity, and this question about how, in one sense, it can really bring a lot of people together. I mean, when I spent so much time in the Muslim neighborhood or the Jewish neighborhood, I mean, you go to the mosque on Friday and everyone comes together, and they get Chinese food, then they play ping pong. It's like this really beautiful, nurturing experience, and everyone's your brother. And then when I was in an Orthodox Jewish neighborhood, or I even went to Israel in research for the film, and there's this brotherhood of like, you're Jewish and we're together and we're one. And it was really touching to have that feeling. But on the flip side, when you're connected to one side or one group of people, you're disconnecting from another. And so in the process, or one of the questions that inspired trying to make this film or discover something about myself in it was just that question of, do you identify with people, do you not? And I don't know, it's a double-edged sword. And I guess if I wanted someone to come see this film and come away with something, it would be just to ask that question, but also to see that, I guess, to squash the idea of other a little bit. The idea of that I had maybe, those, whether it's Muslims or whatever it is, those other people that we start to have these stigmas to. When you just go say hello or spend some time or learn about this other person, they're not other anymore. And hopefully someone will come see this film and they'll get to learn a little about all these other cultures, and they won't be other cultures. They'll just be cultures they're more familiar with, and maybe they'll reach a handout and it'll be nice.
This is Jo Marie, Cultural Ambassador here at Miramar Arts Park and Cultural Center. And I'm inviting everybody to come out to all the we have fabulous shows every year. This year is exceptional. And we want you, we need you, and we love you to come out and enjoy all of the wonderful talent, all of the wonderful programs, and bring a friend. Bring a friend, bring the kids. We have kids programs. We have everything. And this film festival is